Well, November is here and the holiday season is getting closer. So if you need some help planning ahead for your Turkey Day, we've got some ideas for you. Joining me on this Wellness Wednesday is Albertsons dietitian Molly Tevis. Molly, as always, a pleasure to have you, and thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. So before we even start talking about the food, how should we plan our Thanksgiving Day as opposed to just eating and falling asleep watching football?
Well, that's always fun, but I always like to encourage people to maybe build an activity into their day. So getting outside if the weather is nice, getting some fresh air, moving a little bit, and maybe doing something with family and friends just to keep some movement and activity throughout the day, since we will be, enjoying more foods than we normally do every day of the year.
That is correct. A little bit of a turkey bowl, get me out playing some football. Always love that. Now, obviously, turkey will be on the menu, but how can we make the rest of the meal just maybe a little healthier?
So we want to aim for lots of color, and we always have our traditional foods, mashed potatoes, green beans, rolls, but adding in lots of color from different vegetables. So maybe try a new side dish or have some vegetables ready to go chopped up so they're easy to eat and eye appealing. So working in some variety of foods to keep a great nutritional balance while still maintaining some of our traditions.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, how about prepping? I know that making some dishes ahead of time, it's good for just the work week, but what about for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so you can take a big load off of, your busy day of Thanksgiving and being able to enjoy it more with family and friends if you prep a little bit in advance. So a lot of the dishes can be made a couple days in advance, like cranberry relish if you make your own cranberry relish, or even casseroles. You can have them ready to go in the fridge and then just throw them in the oven. Those big, meat entrees may be just the ones that you have to keep for the day of, but most things can be made in advance.
Okay. Now, interesting question. For the actual meal, what tips do you have for making sure to enjoy the food? I guess eating it helps.
So just slow down. Really, Thanksgiving and the holidays are about spending it with family and friends, so enjoying the company of others. And when we slow down and enjoy our food, we generally eat less, plus we can appreciate what's in front of us a little bit more.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, people, of course, might be coming in and out of the house waiting to get their plate. You've got a good way to keep them from getting too hungry for us this morning?
That's right. So we don't want to skip meals before, our biggest meal of the day if you're having a big Thanksgiving meal. So having some snacks or some ready-to-go meals just out and about so family and friends can grab them and make sure they're not skipping meals before you sit down. So I like to have, a couple of things of veggies, some proteins, and some just dense foods that are going to kind of curb that appetite, and so we're not overly hungry and we don't overly eat at our big meal.
Okay, gotcha. And all that stuff there looks absolutely fantastic that you've got in front of you, but we are out of time, unfortunately. So where can people find more inspiration today, Molly?
You can always head into your local Albertsons or check out albertsons.com.
Easy enough. Albertsons dietitian Molly Tevis, as always, a pleasure to have you.